Sprinklr making its market debut today. Shares of the software maker closing up 10%. Joining us now is John Chambers, who is an investor and board member at Sprinklr. You know him as the former CEO of Cisco. John, welcome back to the show. Good to see you.
Sarah, it's a pleasure to be back with you and look forward to our discussion.
Same here. Always good to have you, John. I heard my colleague, Carl Quintanilla, earlier, who was interviewing the Sprinklr CEO, say that you compare this company to Cisco in the early days of Cisco way back when. Why? What can you tell us about what's so appealing to you about it?
I'll start with Carl's comments. It was so enjoyable to watch Raji Thomas, and I'm his coach, his strategic partner, how well he's developed and how he articulated the view and the opportunity for Sprinklr. In terms of the parallels, Cisco was able to catch a market transition with a clear vision of our differentiation enabled by new technology called the Internet. We then got very close to our customers. They drove our direction, and we rode this wave for 2 decades. We did it through a platform type approach, which combined routing and switching and the networking capability with the data center, wireless, and security. And that's very similar to what is occurring at Sprinklr. If you think of 3 major transitions in the industry, the first being the Internet, the second being cloud, and the third being a digital world enabled by AI, what basically you're seeing from Sprinklr is they are a unified platform that addresses all the customer interfacing capabilities. Everything from customer care into marketing, into sales, into research, into engagement, etc. on it. So their opportunity, market cap-wise, they see $50 billion. I think it's much larger than that. And they're facing players in the industry that have been out there 20 or 30 years, a great company like Salesforce, or many of the startups that are primarily one product category. So it has the same opportunities, in my opinion, very similar to what I saw at Cisco, and that's one of the reasons that I'm honored to be the lead independent board member on this team and very proud of what Raji Thomas has been able to accomplish.
We're showing on the screen some of the notable customers that Sprinklr has. A lot of consumer names: Procter & Gamble, Microsoft, Adidas, Estee Lauder, Hyatt, Marriott, all the big companies that you'd want as customers.
Yes.
What exactly do they do? I understand that there's a link between companies sending out marketing materials and interacting, engaging directly with their clients. Just explain, for P&G, for instance, what that means. What are they offering? What's the service?
Sure. So if you really think about it, in the digital world, instead of having one way of listening to your customer, calling into a call center or an email type of approach, you have over 30 plus different channels that have information coming into you. And what Sprinklr is able to do is to go across all those channels and to be able for the customer to interface to the airlines. I flew Air France to Paris this last week to attend Vivatech. The ability to give them communications back to them across all the channels is key. And to mean that to your listeners and your investors, most companies are remarkably similar, whether you're making cars, the airlines, etc. They differentiate themselves on how they interface to their customer. If you can do this with one voice, like Cisco did with a single networking type of voice that went across a whole bunch of technologies, that's what's in front of Sprinklr. And they're using AI, which I think will be even bigger than the Internet, artificial intelligence, as a leverage point in this digital world. So what they do is combine all those digital fields to really change the way that the customers view the companies they're buying their products from.
Who would you say is the most comparable or biggest rival for the company, John?
Well, I would say there are 2 categories. The traditional players, I have a tremendous respect for Salesforce and what they've done in that marketplace to give your listeners a view of the opportunity. And then the individual product categories, when you paste up their 50 different competitors, they're different in customer care versus marketing versus sales, etc. So it's tailor-made for a new industry player, and that's usually what happens in market transitions. I have a lot of weaknesses, but I usually get market transitions right, and Carl was kind enough to say I see around corners. Mainly I listen to what the customers say. The customers love them. They have 9 of the top 10 most valuable brands in America. They have 50% of the Fortune 500 already, but they're just starting to land, and if we can execute well, and that's a big if, but if we can execute well, that's the opportunity in front of us. We don't like for opportunity in terms of size. Clearly the marketing strategy and the vision is there, so it's execution that would determine are we as good as we think we can be.
Shepard Smith here. Thanks for watching CNBC on YouTube.